Okay, guys, I will switch over, and I have no idea what I will see because someone redecorated. Yeah, let's. Yeah, that.
Why are my balls so small?
I don't know.
Why are my balls so fucking tiny on your screen?
That's a good question. You gotta ask yourself.
But my balls, I made my balls big. I don't understand.
You can try to make them bigger and see what. Incredible first sentence. Lovely. Beautiful. Hi, everyone.
Can't this make them big?
Oh!
Okay, well, now they're a little bit too big.
Yeah, you play with your balls. Let me say hi to people real quick. Hi, everyone. How you doing? Hi, Burning. Congrats to the first. Did you camp, chat? What the fuck? Hi, Azza. Hi, Nature. Hi, Iris. Thank you for the 120 stream streak. Hi, Rio. Hi. Oh, yeah, Nature. Also, thank you for the 7 stream streak. Hi, Marsh. Hi, Nakapo. She walks into the snake then. All eyes train on the creature. What's your drink of the day? She asks. The usual mumble of the tavern comes back to life. It is a normal evening after all. Yeah, this is a normal evening. You all know I usually have my my Freddy and my... What happened to Bonnie?
I gave head, I guess.
Yeah. I
gave it away, I mean.
Yeah. I blame Clyde. Welcome to Hydrafixation. This is exactly how this usually goes. Hi Kai, how we do it. Yeah, the clip's gotta be cool after this one. Incredible. I still hate that the hat looks good on me. I don't know.
You're born to be a cowboy.
A cowboy?
Is that even a cowboy hat? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Is it or is it just a better fedora? What are we?
It's either like a Discord mod fedora or it's a cowboy hat.
It's
It's whatever tickles your pickle.
It's a cowboy hat. It's a. I'm not.
Yeah, whatever tickles your pickle. Howdy, partner. Won't you take a look at my stable? I have a bunch of horses with big fat balls in there.
I'm gonna kick you.
What?
First thing that came to mind here was the I will princess. I will kick this puppy. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome to Hydrafixation. The show where I invite my guests to talk about their special interest or hyperfixation. And then I already lost the script. That's gonna be good. Do you want to introduce yourself to people so people know who's committing crimes?
Yeah, sure. Yeehaw, partner! Okay, I'm Lumu. I'm from Finland. I like horror games and I have a big fat clock on my hip. Yeah, which
is true, actually. That's not just...
It's true. I have a big fat clock. The girth is insane. Yeah. My goodness, flashing my clock.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. There we go.
Howdy, horn.
There we go.
Partner.
That's all you get, people. That's all you get.
Edging the clock, huh?
Yeah, of course. Because you gotta do something for the audience, and then they come back for more. What's this snack? Yet found another fin. How many are left that you don't know? I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, like 5 people live in Finland. I think you've got them all.
I found one, and now I know like a dozen at least. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it also doesn't help that Finland has like 3 dozen citizens, and you're all VTubers.
Exactly.
I
think I'm sorry. I think Finland is just a VTuber agency.
At this point, yes. The list of names on the FinTuber side, I'm like, it can't be that many, right? And then you scroll for 10 years and there's still names coming up.
Yeah, exactly. It's never ending.
But yeah, I don't know how I did that, Nakabong. It just happens. It just, at this point, it just happens. Maybe I'm just a Fin magnet. I don't know if that's a good.
I would be scared in your position.
No, I've decided I'm not asking. I'm living in blissful ignorance about this. But let me explain to you guys, especially people who weren't here before. Hi, hello, welcome. What's usually going on here? I'm not promising anything for today, but usually I invite a very lovely guest for them to yap about their special interest or hyperfixations. In that case, it's horror media. As you can see, very, very obviously, my guest will have 20 minutes of uninterrupted yapping time. I will give warnings at 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. And after that, you can ask questions, I can ask questions. And my guest today is Freddy Fazbear.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So if I activate the thing, will there be a penis?
Oh, wait.
I'm just asking.
Do you want me to take the penis off?
I don't know. I just want to know if it's there so I can warn people that there might be a penis.
There might be a penis. But it's not a big one. It's one with a great personality. Don't worry.
Damn. Okay, let's fucking go. Huh? Indeed. This is the show today. This is the show, everyone. This is an 18+ stream, so we're fine. Correct. That is indeed very correct.
Yeah, this is the reason the streams are 18+. So.
Exactly. It's not everything else. It's just this one sad little penis.
To call it sad.
It's sad in the maybe in a sense of lonely. I don't know. It looks so lost on the canvas. The horrors of dick and balls.
It's a little curvy. I'm sorry. That's
that. Is that already a medical case there with this one curve? It looks uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I can. Now it has a friend, and the friend will help.
Oh
my god.
The fingers look like another small penis. It's oh, right, yeah. Okay, hi.
There's a big one.
We actually,
sorry, yeah.
No. It's okay. Be artistic. That's what we're here for. We want to talk about horror media today. How much that has to do with penises? Probably more than you think. At the end of the day,
they are the true horror.
You don't mean spreading sunscreen? Ay, nakabonk. Yeah, cool. I didn't know what to prepare for today. There's no way I could have prepared even if I knew, hey, you guys should watch more Lumu streams, because this is pretty much exactly what you get. It's perfect.
I really don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Oh, I think it's a good thing. It's very entertaining. It's very entertaining, oftentimes in a sense of I look at it and I'm not sure what's going on, but hey. It's
big balls.
It still makes me laugh. But this is mild. Well. I didn't see that the one is now smiling. Okay, cool. So
happy one. It's a happy one.
It is. It should be.
Yeah,
it should
has
be.
a good personality.
Yeah, we love positive penises around here. Okay, shall we start? Do you want to get rid of the one last one for the way?
Oh man, I think it's time for these to go then home.
Goodbye. Okay, cool. I will now give Lumu 20 minutes of uninterrupted yapping time. Will I regret this at the end of the day? Probably not. Probably not, because it was.
Yeah.
That's the. If there will be no VOD of this episode, people, you know why. You will.
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I don't know if Twitch or YouTube will like this. we will see about that.
Oh, so you think my drawings are realistic?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, do you wanna start? Do you wanna start your yapping?
I guess so, but honestly, I had to put Gundam Style in the background. Now I can yap.
I mean,
Gundam Style.
Yeah. I will take a note of that to talk about that later. I will find a reason to go back to this. I will do it. That's my job.
Sure.
Okay. Everyone, be ready. 20 minutes of uninterrupted. I can't even talk anymore. Uninterrupted yapping from the sheep next to me, interviewed by Freddy Fazbear. And afterwards, I can ask questions. You can ask questions. I will count you in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Holy flip. 20 minutes is such a long time. What the hell do I even start with? Now that you're silent, I feel like I feel lonely. This feels very lonely. I'm gonna put some sad music for me in the background. Okay. You're laughing. I have like sad violin 10 hours playing in the background because
Perfect.
I feel so lonely. Okay. I like horror games. I like horror movies. I like horror books. I like all of that. But I feel like they kind of suck nowadays because it's all about money nowadays, and that makes me really sad because they don't scare me anymore. And that's unfortunate because I love horror, but I can't really get into horror because if it doesn't scare me, then is it really horror? And I feel like I'm just trying to ramble myself into the flow mode, so don't mind me rambling, okay? I love Alan Wake, and I love Five Nights at Freddy's, but I do love Alan Wake a little bit more because it actually has a point. I mean, FNAF also has a point, but I don't know how big that point is. I don't know. What should I start with? What should I do? I should have prepared. Man, now I feel like there's no floor beneath my feet. What if I... let me think. Can you ask me a question so I can start rambling about something?
I mean, you can start with why horror, how you got there.
Because it makes me feel alive. Horror makes me feel alive. Right, that's the thing. Okay. You know what? I do not like action. Because action movies, action games, everything action is usually like boring, soulless shit. I'm sorry about that. But with horror, usually, like in the early days of horror, I feel like the stakes are much higher, and you get to actually like connect with the characters way more than you do in any other genre because of the stakes and because of the constant dread. And usually, you know, if you play a horror game or you watch a horror movie and you get scared, you get jump scared, the amount of adrenaline you get is insane. You go to the fight or flight mode, which I will get back to that, but I love being in fight or flight. That is, I don't know if that's masochistic or if that's if that's something people do, but to me, like, the adrenaline rush and being in fight or flight mode just, I don't know, it makes me feel so alive, you know? And that's not only with jump scares, you know, that's also with, like, when you're scared of a jump scare. That's also one thing. When you're scared of a jump scare, your heart rate goes like doki doki, it goes hecking insane, and you're scared for your life, and then you realize that you're alive, and then you're like, wow, I love this. So yeah, maybe the consensus of this is that I'm a masochist. maybe that's just about it. But I feel like lately, like in the past, I say 15 years or so, horror has been made into like one big genre of a cash grab, and they're made super cheap, right? Like every horror movie you watch that has been made like after 2015 or so, they're very predictable. They don't scare you, and that's like an issue with horror nowadays. They don't scare you at all. They do have jump scares, but they either have too many of them or they just suck. That's also with games. That is cheap horror. But I also think when people say that yes, the best horror games I've ever played are the ones with no jump scares at all. I also think that's boring, because yes, the tension and the atmosphere is like a big part of a horror game or a horror movie, right? But if there's nothing to be scared of, the tension disappears. This is also a problem with Resident Evil games and Silent Hill games. Those games are not scary for me at all. They're mostly action for me. There are no jump scares, sure. Or if there's a jump scare, it usually means it's just a zombie trying to bust through a window or something. But you get a gun. You get a gun, and you have defense. You have defense against the enemies, and that is also a major thing that takes away horror from a horror media. So I don't really get when people say, oh, Resident Evil is so scary. It's not. You have a gun. You have a gun. It is not scary. You go rootin', tootin', cowboy shooting on those zombies. That's not horror, right? Okay. A good horror game for me personally would be something like, you know, you can get jump scared. There needs to be jump scares. They don't have to come often. They don't even have to be super good. Right, but if you know that jump scares are a part of the game, then you might get actually scared of the tension. If you know there's no jump scares, but there is only tension, no horror. If there's jump scares but no tension, that's not horror. There has to be both of them. And let's see, can I think about can I even think about a good example on this? Let me go on Steam real quick. Something I've played lately. Okay. One of the scariest horror games I've ever played, actually. Let me show a picture. This is very interesting. Helia, do you know a game called At Dead of Night?
I think I know the name.
It's an FM.
Oh yeah,
FMV.
I was that isn't that very. The scenes are filmed, right?
Yes, even the gameplay, it's all filmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's real, and after like years and years of consuming horror media, since I was a wee young child, I've consumed horror, right? So horror doesn't naturally scare me that much anymore. But playing this game, I screamed at the top of my lungs. I was so scared of my every movement. It got better after I got further in the game and started to understand how the AI of the enemy works. But holy crap, that was terrifying. And I feel like something to do with that was the fact that it was real. It was not graphics. It was not computer graphics. It was real. And obviously it felt real. And I really need more live action games like this, like FMVs. I think they're super cool. Either way, the point here was that in At Dead of Night, you are constantly being run after, right? You have no necessary safe spots. You are always on the move. You gotta always move or hide. There is someone always after you. Always. And you know that Jimmy, this beautiful, gorgeous, bald person in this picture, you know he's somewhere. You know he's on your floor looking for you. You're in a hotel, by the way. You know he's in your floor.
Wallpaper, yeah.
Yeah, you know he's looking for you, but you have no idea where he is. He could be right outside the door of the room you're in, or he could be on the other side of the floor, or he could be in the different floor. So I feel like that's the true terror in this game. I feel like that's what gives me the most adrenaline, just knowing something's coming for you and knowing it's an actual danger, but you don't see it all the time, you know? You just know it's coming for you. And I think so many games get this so wrong. You know, there are a bunch of scripted, chase scenes in video games nowadays, or like horror games nowadays. They're scripted. You know, you walk into this specific area, this point in the story, then you get like a very ominous loading screen or a cutscene, and then you're like, wow, chase scene. That doesn't scare me. It scares nobody, really. Like, if you can expect it, is it scary? No, it's not. It has to be something you don't expect. If I were to make a horror game right now, I would, if there was a chase scene, only one chase scene that would be scripted, I would not make a fucking cutscene right before it's showing the fucking monster, like, hey, in 5 seconds flat, this thing is gonna run after you, and you have to run this very scripted path we have laid out for you. It would have to actually be a surprise. It would actually have to be unexpected. Also, a thing with horror games is that you have no stakes, usually, nowadays. You have no stakes, because as gamers, we know that the true horror is the thought of losing everything, all your progress so far, right? That is the stake. I feel like with so many horror games after 2015, you have checkpoints every 10 seconds. And I think that's an issue, because, for example, if you have a chase scene in a horror game, okay? Let's say Freddy Fazbear is going horror, scripted, runs after you, and you have this certain path you have to run through, okay? Like a parkour course or whatever, you know? It's like the devs have laid it out for you. The checkpoint is at the start of the scripted chase scene. At some point, it just becomes annoying. You're just repeating the same parkour over and over again. You're not scared anymore. You're just fucking annoyed and you wanna die in Minecraft. So like
first 9 minutes, second puppy playtime.
Puppy playtime, yeah. Oh, I could talk about puppy playtime actually. Puppy playtime started off so good, okay? The first chapter was kind of like a proof of concept, right? So it was just for funding and like, hello, we are doing this thing. Are you interested? Will this work? It was not scary. It was not scary at all. There was the scripted spoilers. There was a scripted chase scene in the first chapter. And that was the only scary thing about it. That was literally, that was not even scary. It was just, whoo, chase scene. And it was like this laid out path that you just had to go over and over. You kept dying and you run it again, and you die and you run again. And it was just annoying. It was just annoying. It was annoying. Also, I feel like as much as I love Five Nights at Freddy's, I feel like the whole mascot horror thing has gone too far, because like every other indie horror game that comes out nowadays, it's mascot horror, and it's basically just trying to surf on the success of Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Like, not every mascot horror game is a copy of FNAF, not at all, but the inspiration there is very clear, and maybe it works for like children. It's like, okay, puppy playtime, baby's first horror game, but I don't know. Also, can we talk about the fact that some horror games are only made only made like Garden of Banban. I don't know if you've heard of this, but Garden of Banban. Let me actually pull up a picture for those who haven't seen. This awful thing that dares call itself a game. Oh, Jimmy, go away. Okay. This, oh my goodness. This very big picture. Look at that. I don't know how many chapters this franchise even has at this point.
Many.
Too many. It's like filled up with lore or like more like hooks for like game theory and MatPat to grasp on, right? But it looks like it's made in Roblox. It looks like it's made in Roblox with like a $1 budget.
Oh my god, yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's bad. I actually played these games with my friend in real life a couple years ago when the first chapters came out as a drinking game.
Okay, when did you drink?
Every time there's a cheap jump scare.
Okay.
There was shot every time there's a cheap jump scare, often. And every time there was a lore hook for game theory, like the character A goes, but that's a story for another time, or but that happened so long ago I don't remember much of it, or there was this child, but something bad happened. Now you gotta find like 50 Easter eggs and piece them together to find out what happened to the child. Spoilers, the child died.
Damn, that children. I hate when that happens in my horror.
Like, I don't know what's happening with Garden of Banban's devs. I don't know what they're on about, but I think they were very high when making these games. But yeah, no shade to them though, but a little bit of shade. This was the worst game I've ever played, probably. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that you can only make good horror if you have the passion for horror. You cannot make horror as a cash grab. You can make action games as a cash grab. That can work because I feel like I'm shitting on action games all the time. I promise I'm not shitting on them. They're just a good example for everything. Also, like any game with romance, I feel like those are very easy kinda to monetize as well in a sense. But with horror, you actually have to understand what makes a person scared, right? Because it's an emotion like no other, you know. You can make a person laugh, okay? You can make them cry if you write your characters well and make them die. But horror, you like actually have to understand what people are scared of, and I feel like so many people making horror movies, like Blumhouse, very, 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 very highly rated, and apparently one of the best horror movie makers of all time. They just don't get it. They don't get it. It's not there. It's always like the same plot. You can predict every jump scare. You can predict what happens to every character. You just know when a character will die. You just know when something will go wrong. You just know when the jump scare is gonna happen. You can predict everything. It's just like, okay, let's take this monster and let's take this person. The person has a nice family, so somebody from the family is gonna die, okay? Somebody from the family is gonna die and everything's gonna go downhill from there, and the monster is very big and very fat and very thick and has a nice girth. So, boom. So yeah, surely everyone will be scared of this, right? Surely everyone will be super, super duper scared of this big fat monster. Yeah, and then they turn the monster into a marketable plushie. And yeah. In a nutshell, capitalism is the true horror.
That is correct. I agree. I think that's a good last segment for this section. But you made it. You made it. You made it. With 2.5 minutes left. You made it. It worked.
Yay!
Let's fucking go. Oh my god. Yeah, capitalism is the true horror. I mean. Okay. Also, here's your confession. You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. Okay, I have like a page full of questions, but it's interesting. First of all, I'm not the biggest horror person. Because I love the two kinds of autistics here, because fucking I hate jump scares. Jump scares can fucking stop existing. Holy shit, my nervous system can't deal with this.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. But the fact that you're seeking that thrill is really, really interesting.
I feel like it's the fact that I don't know. I've had this kind of like. Do you like my very angry cock, by the way? Sorry, distracted. Yeah, I feel like the real life doesn't really give me the feeling of being alive anymore. I have like struggled with derealization and depression for like most of my life, right? And I feel like horror games and roller coasters are the only thing bringing me bringing me like the feeling of being alive, you know?
I literally wrote down why horror and not a roller coaster. Thanks that the answer is both.
It's both because like what would make you feel more alive than being scared of dying, right? That's what I feel like.
I get it. As a depressed person, I kind of get it. That being said, what was actually your first horror whatever experience with media that you definitely had at an age where you probably shouldn't have?
Yes. Okay, so this is a very specific one that you're probably not gonna know. It's actually a video on YouTube. How would you want to watch it? Because I can't really explain it to you.
I mean, I can if you send it over to me, I can theoretically pull it up.
Let me check if this is the correct one. I think this is something that you gotta watch it first, and then I will give you the context after. Yeah. I think. Okay, which one of these is the correct one?
Do you want to give some context or warnings to people out there so they know what's...
No, this is made for children, so there is nothing, no like actual trigger warnings to be given.
Okay, that's good.
Yes,
also, sorry, deep penis, you have to leave
No.
the screen for now. Oh my god, the fact that the YouTube player is like in 4:3 is already incredible. Holy shit.
It's very old.
Okay, let me... Oh. No. Okay, guys, give me a second to set that up. Welcome to probably another episode of whatever the hell is wrong with Finnish people.
Pretty much.
I just saw the Finnish title. I was like, okay, what are we getting into here?
Also, I really wanted to pay attention to the sounds. I feel like they're a crucial part of this animation.
Okay.
If that's possible.
Yes, of course. Audio, that was very loud for you guys. I am fucking sorry. Okay.
Also, this is for children. Remember that. This is for like 5-year-old children.
Yeah, we can talk about that afterwards, because I think a lot of things, especially old things that are for children, I'm looking at this like, who allowed that? Who allowed that?
Yeah. Well.
Okay, guys. Hope you're ready. I'm not. Let's go. I love how harmless this looks. Okay, we escalated. Sure.
Varokaa heikkoa jäätä.
What did the bear say?
Beware of thin ice. Beware
wow.
of thin ice.
So
Yes.
that whole thing really is just a way to teach kids to be careful. That's kind of it.
Yes. So this animation was actually originally made in like 1986, I believe. And this was ever since that until 2015 or so. This was like a public PSA. We have this like children's channel that's kind of like Disney Channel or something like that, you know, that would air at like 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. or so.
Like government funded children's?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have that too, yeah.
Right. Called Pikku Kakkonen for us. And, you know, there were these hosts. These were like the mascots, you know, the bear and the boy and the bird and, you know, those.
Whatever that green ghost thingy is, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes. Those were like the hosts or the mascots. And I think they still are, kind of. I don't think they have rebranded.
Are they now 3D and horrible?
I believe so, yeah. Also, the bear is now a human, so...
What the fuck?
Let me show you.
What, huh? Also, by the way, hi people who came in the meantime. Hi, hello. Hydrafixation, we're talking about horror. No, I really hate this, how many... What? That's worse than what I expected. I expected this very weird, very smooth plastic looking 3D animations.
No. This is them. It's just live action now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. That's kind of worse.
I actually made graphic design for them like a few months ago.
Damn.
Yeah, that's about it. Anyway,
who decided that?
I don't know, man. They're cutting the budget a bit by, you know, hiring people instead of hiring animators. I mean, animators are people. It's just like animators.
I mean, they're not treated as such by most studios, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're expensive people, right? Mm-hmm. Expensive people.
Also takes longer. Yeah, I get it. but also that takes away all the whimsy, because I love that stop motion paper cut. It looks like a child did that, feeling of that little clip.
Yes,
the true horror is capitalism. It will be the lesson. Okay, but yeah, why was that short little thing that it wasn't scary as it is? It is probably a bit scary for a small child when the bear suddenly breaks in. But what is that eerie, weird score?
Yes. So, oh god. That's kind of the thing with the PSA. Hold on, let me give you real context real quick. So we had this airing kids show. Like I said, they would play like a couple children's shows, and then the host would do something in between the shows. Okay, just the basic Disney Channel type thing. And during autumn and spring, after every single one of the broadcasts, they would play this PSA. They would play this PSA because obviously I'm in Finland, and people go on ice during winter. Yep. It's normal. People fish in winter. They drill holes into the ice, and that's like normal. But at some point they obviously get thinner, and then people die.
Unfortunately, yes.
Well. So obviously this was played, and I believe around 2015, if I remember correctly, it was taken off television because too many parents were complaining about their children getting nightmares out of this one.
What?
Anyway, yeah, it was taken off, and now there's no PSA for that, which is kind of...
Wait, they took it off and they didn't even replace it?
Yeah, I don't think so. I do think that they have like some sort of PSA things about like stuff like this, but it's not this one. It's not this one. It was too scary apparently. But yeah. So I saw this obviously as a child. Mm-hmm. I don't know how old I was, but like a toddler, right? And I was like deadly scared of this because of the score mainly. The sounds, the bird screaming in your ears, the music being so weird.
The dissonant violin runs are...
Yeah. And actually I studied music for some part of my life, and I actually made like I made like a little project on this thing then. And the reason it sounds so scary is pretty much because of like the dissonant synth tones, right? Mm-hmm. The piano sounds like it's in your brain. It's really hard to explain, but it's inside your head. That's how it feels like. It's striking. It's in your ear, and it's like unstable. The sound is unstable. Also, because it's from the 80s, the audio quality itself is a little bit crunchy. It's a bit crunchy, but it gives you like a weird deep sense of like unease just listening to it, right?
Yeah, I mean the TLDR is that specific chords sound to us more harmonious and open than others, and especially like everything. I think it's also only a few chords, or the distance between two notes, I do not know. I also had actual like more intense music classes in my last high school years. But that's always how this works. Specific sounds in music have a specific function, and a lot of the same are used for horror because your brain automatically kind of hates them and feels uncomfortable. Which makes that an interesting decision for that, because it's not only in the scene where the bear actually breaks through the ice and then you have this, it's overall.
Mm-hmm. But it's very effective. See, as a kid, obviously, when I saw this for the first time, so I was so scared. I watched through the whole thing, obviously, but I was really scared. I would cry. But that's when I remember forming my first ever hyperfixation. I was like a toddler, and that's kind of when I became fucked up in the head. because like I although I was really scared of this, I would see nightmares of this. I was so scared of this. It was the only thing I could think about. But I had to see it every time it came on television. Every single time I would cry. I would be so scared. I would hide behind like a couch, but I had to see it every single time. I have this thing where I'm like, I'm very into like, or interested about the things I'm scared of. And like, for example, with my phobias, I have one phobia, one actual phobia that was actually so severe I go to like cognitive behavioral therapy for that, which is helping, but it's still pretty rough. And that is electrophobia, right? It's an uncommon one. I'm scared of electricity. Yeah, it is uncommon, but I developed it at a young age. Okay. Just
without going into that too deeply, electricity as in the broad concept, or as in like open wiring, or
everything.
Oh,
everything. It's everything about it. I had this time in my life when I was too scared to charge my phone. So
yeah, I was like, as an internet person and a streamer, that is damn. Also impressive that you can do that stuff. Beside having a phobia, but that is
yeah. But yeah, I've been in therapy for that for a good while, and I can like charge my phone and do stuff like that, but it still gives me, shivers me timbers when I use any. Like, even if I boot up my PC, I do get, like, a little bit of a gulp thing, right?
Oh.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Anyway, for me, like, the worst thing of all on Earth as a concept is electric chairs, for very obvious reasons, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, I'm so interested in them that at some days I go and research them. I go watch like videotapes of them, or movies of them, or audios that have been recorded of executions. Then I trigger myself, I get a panic attack, but for some reason it's like a guilty pleasure I can't stop, so that's something to do with my autism. I just love being scared. I love it. I don't know.
Is it also the fact of scared in a safe-ish context? As in, it doesn't happen directly to you, but you still
probably.
Because I think that's most of what I hear from people who like horror is like, yeah, it's fucking scary, but then it's also over.
Yeah, and then again, it's you're safe. That's like that's like the core reason I like horror media so much, because like horror movies and horror games have been like an easy way to kind of have the feeling of fear without being in danger. Or like safe adrenaline rushes.
Yeah. Completely understandable. Okay, if that was the first thing that unsettled you that much, what was the first like actual explicit horror thing, movie, game, whatever, that fascinated you?
Actual horror thing. I am not entirely sure. About that. But I guess it was a little bit later on, when like creepypastas were a thing. Like,
yeah,
they peaked in the 2010s. And I was really into that, and I was like in the fandom of creepypastas, and I read through them, and I listened to like videos of reading those creepypastas, and it was mostly about like scary things in games that are not supposed to be scary, or like, like Super Mario, that's not scary, but there's a creepypasta of Mario called like Mario. It's just called Mario, I think. There was something about that. I think I would assume that was like the first like voluntary horror thingy, like creepypastas, I would say, or something like that. I'm not entirely sure though. I don't know if I played like Amnesia before that, but like I guess I would say those.
Also, guys, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the sit up. We will sit up probably. I mean, I will. Can't speak for Lumu. If you just decide to continue shrimping, I don't know. Mario.exe. Yeah, I think I remember that.
I think Sonic EXE was a thing, but I think Mario was just Mario.
I think a lot of creep. I mean, I always love. I'm a big fan of mundane things getting twisted slightly. That's my horror thing. I love that, even if it doesn't. I'm very much a high tension, low jump scare person. But I get creepypasta, and wild guess. Creepypastas has had a very short peak, a very niche peak, and then they just kind of vanished, and I don't know what happened. And now my question is, because a lot of creepypastas live off the corrupting of childhood things, of like regular childhood things. Is mascot horror just a weird continuation of that? That we that we just got thrown into that so hard again. What is it with us? What is it with us as a species that we love to see our innocent childhood stuff being turned inside out?
Because I think that's like one of the scariest forms of horror there are. Because there are like things human is scared of normally, right? You're scared of, I don't know, most people are scared of what's in the dark. For example, most people are scared of the unknown, big wide oceans, what's in the bottom of an ocean. Many people are scared of that. But those are like fears that have been programmed in us, like for survival. Like,
that makes sense.
We're scared of the dark so we don't die. If there's a bear in the dark, that's like for survival. But children's shows and stuff like that. Take My Little Pony, for example. Holy crap. Holy crap. Do you remember Rainbow Factory or Cupcakes?
Yes.
Are you? Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately. Immediately my brain just were like, here's a very dusty file cabinet. Here are all the pictures again. Wow, I haven't thought about that stuff in ages.
Yeah, because like children's shows, they are like the one thing you shouldn't be scared of. They are aimed for children. They are innocent. They are happy. Something about seeing them being actually hostile, being terrifying and mangled up, Something about that is just terrifying, because that's like destroying something that used to be of comfort to you. Something you would go back into if you were scared. If you were scared of the dark, you could watch My Little Pony and be like, oh my god, I'm so happy again. But now My Little Pony is fucked up and Pinkie Pie wants to kill you. Like, it's taking something that gives you comfort and turning it into something you're scared of.
Is horror the
leaving you with no comfort?
Is horror the death of innocence, in a way?
I guess so.
My brain just threw that out. I was like, huh. My brain only said Robert Smirk and his Lego machine of horrific categories. Yeah. There is one of my favorite horror podcasts is the Magnus Archives, that very, very deeply goes into fears, like types of fears, and that includes like being buried, the vastness of things, fire, being watched, being manipulated. There's some core things, there's some modern things in there, and it has like a lot of real life manifestations in that. I can very, very low jump scare, very nice world building. Also, come on, every pony, smile. Oh god, Christ, Kai.
Yes.
I hate this. But honestly, all those creepypastas were at least well made, because they understood the base. They understood the reference they were corrupting. And I think because you said a lot of the stuff now is a cash grab and it's kind of cheap because people don't understand horror. Okay, I wanna dissect that a bit because that is such a good point. Do you mean horror on a base psychological line, or the things they try to make scary? Both.
I think both. I feel like to understand horror, you have to understand your cognition. You have to understand why a human can feel scared,
yes.
right? You have to understand how that feeling works and what triggers that fear. You know, that feeling, you know, that's the root of it. And if you just try to, you're like, okay, if you think about horror, you're like, okay, what would scare this consumer? What would scare it? Probably a jump scare. Okay, let's throw a jump scare there. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually think. You have to think what would be the most like dreadful thing in that specific situation. You cannot throw a jump scare anywhere. You know, it's art on itself. You know, the art of proper horror, right?
That's why I think most effective horror for adults is horror depicted to happen at someone's home, since it should be the place you feel safe. Yes, that is a very destroying comfort is always an incredible thing. But yeah, I think that's a good point. I think a scare and dread are very different things, because yes, I get scared when I don't expect for someone to tap me on the shoulders. Yes, I get scared. That's not horror. That does nothing to me. That's a small jump scare for 2 seconds that has no consequences in a way.
I guess so, but if you add to the fact that you're walking down like let's say you're in a busted up abandoned hospital, in a dark hospital, abandoned, with your friend. Your friend scares you, okay? Jump scares you.
Yeah.
You get scared shitless. And then for the rest of your trip, you're scared of them jump scaring you again. Now that's horror.
Yes.
Because you're scared of it happening again.
Yeah.
Because it has happened once. So
Yes, very, very much. Okay, let me actually look at my. Let us continue on the shitting on horror is right now. What was the last good horror movie? Like in recent years, whatever. Last horror movie that you actually watched where you're like, damn, that's good.
Okay, something that was released lately, huh? Or something
in the last decade or something.
Okay, let me think. Has there been anything really? I did okay. So I did watch Obsession, okay? That came out like this year. Mm-hmm. Was it scary? Not at all. It was a good movie and I was very hooked on it, but that was again not scary. That was not horror to me. That was like a thriller. I feel like it was a psychological thriller. I feel like it was not horror at all.
I think it would have maybe been a different horror if it was not Bear's but Nikki's perspective. I think it makes it more thriller because we only passively see what's up with her.
Yeah, right. And Bear is causing it, right?
Yeah.
We like that's another rabbit hole.
Oh, as in. Okay, you mean, so does it make a big difference for you from which POV we're talking about? As in, the horror directly gets to the movie character, the main, you're as the player character? Does it make a difference from you in how much you see it as horror if it happens to the player character directly or the main character in a movie, despite as in Obsession, we watch it happen to someone else?
Yeah, I feel like it does because I feel like, because I was not scared during Obsession. That's the thing, because like, although Bear did like, scared of Nikki in like those weird moments where Nikki like was conscious for a while, like those were kind of like jump scares, right? Those were like the only ones because we were watching the villain's POV, so I don't know, I just didn't feel it. It was sad. I felt bad, but I didn't feel scared.
No, I get it. It is what happens is terrifying.
Yeah,
as a
it's
concept.
terrifying, but it's not scary, right? Or like scary in a sense of, wow, I really don't want that to happen to me, but like not scary as in the sense of, okay, I'm scared watching this movie.
And not as in, okay, if I walk out into my real life again, now I have that still in my okay. I'm starting to grasp where you come from. Yes, it does make a difference if you watch I don't know, very hunting chase heavy horror film, and then you get out of the movie theater into the damn fucking dark, and you're like, what's around that corner? Nothing? Are we sure? Okay, cool. Let's continue. Okay, then what is like your favorite horror movie? Like, what is something?
Movie.
If you have a movie or a game, I don't know. What's like
game?
your
okay. Okay, for horror game.
Welcome to the 4-hour Alan Wake.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, for the horror game. Okay, Alan Wake 2. Unfortunately, I cannot talk about Alan Wake 2 too much because I will genuinely get a headache. I have Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake. Anyway, but then again, Alan Wake 2 was not scary for me. Gulp. It was definitely horror. It had jump scares, but to me, it was more of a narrative masterpiece. It was a masterpiece of a game, and I loved it. And I think Sam Lake is a god on earth, and I do believe that Alan Wake is the best franchise ever made. And I feel like Remedy understands making games so much better than so many like AAA studios, and I feel like Remedy Entertainment is just on another level, and I feel like they're gods, and I feel like they can see in my brain, and they know just what makes a human feel, and what emotions are like, and what causes emotion, and it's perfect, and the casting is perfect, and the characters are perfect, and the atmospheres are perfect, and the music is perfect. It's just all so perfect, but it was so perfect, or like rather so perfect. They're so perfect. Remedy is so perfect. Alan Wake is so perfect. Sam Lake is so perfect. It's all so perfect, but
I really need to play Alan Wake. I really need to start playing it. Because that's my thing, Kai, because you asked about Terrifier. I hate horror that doesn't have a point. No matter how like intense or jump scary it is. If you make a slasher movie for the sake of gore, I'm not interested. I want layers. I want like something you want to tell me. Hopefully.
I love Alan Wake. 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 I love Alan Wake.
That being said, is the second Alan Wake as good as the first one for you?
It's better.
Better.
Alan Wake 2 is better.
Wow, that's something you never hear about a sequel.
Okay, but hear me out. Alan Wake 1. Alan Wake 1 was made in 2011, right? It was more of an action psychological thriller. That is not a horror game. The first one is not a horror game. It is a pretty basic Xbox 360 era shooting game. You know, you just root and toot. It's kind of like a Resident Evil, but with better story and some like Alan Wake. Yeah, it's just it was not scary, but it's just gorgeous. It's amazing. But Alan Wake 2, with that, Remedy and Sam took kind of a long shot. That was the first horror game they made. Alan Wake 2 was the first game they considered horror. The first one was action. The second one was horror, and I do think it really fit Alan Wake for it to become a horror game, and I enjoyed it. I was not scared, but holy shit, Alan Wake 2 is like the best game ever made, and you cannot argue with me about that because I will not change my mind.
Oh yeah, I will not. I mean, I can't because I didn't play it, but I will not even try, even if I had.
Yeah. It would be so Jover for you if you tried. But yeah, If we don't go by narrative or anything else in a horror game, I would have to say something else. I will think about what it would be. But Alan Wake 2 is the best horror game ever made, but it's not the scariest. It was not scary.
So Yeah, we already talked about the scariest. Does that stay the scariest for you?
At dead of night?
Yeah.
Let me think. Actually, it was definitely one of the scariest things I have played in a hot minute. But I do feel like there would be something else. Actually, I believe from all of the games I've played in my entire life, I believe Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is the scariest one.
Oh,
and I have a very solid reason.
Remind me what the fourth is, because they blur
It's the
all
one
together.
in a bedroom.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay.
This is a very hot take, I know. Like calling a FNAF game the scariest game. But with FNAF 4, you rely on sound. You don't rely on visuals. You rely fully on sounds. When you have to. Okay, so the mechanics of FNAF 4, for someone who doesn't know, you're in a bedroom. You're a child in a bedroom. In a dark bedroom, you have 2 hallways on both of your sides. There's doors, you can't keep them closed. You have to go to the door, you have to listen for breathing. If you hear breathing, you have to close the door. Keep it closed for a while, open it up again. If you open it too fast, you're gonna get jump scared. If you don't close it fast enough, someone may come from the other side of the room. If you don't hear breathing, but you hear some other sound, the animatronic is like farther down the hallway, then you need to flash your flashlight. But if the animatronic is like right outside your door and you flash it, you get killed again. And there's a lot of mechanics in there, other from that, but that's like the core mechanic, right? So you have like no other defense than to close the doors and listen. And I feel like the audio part of it is so scary because the audios are so quiet. There is no the ambiance is very, very, very quiet. It's like a little bit of like a wind blowing maybe, or like a little bit of a electric whirring somewhere. It's very quiet. It's basically dead silent. You have to you have to hypothetically, you have to stand next to your enemy and listen if it's there or not, right? You have to go right next to it, not knowing if it's there or not. You have to listen if it's breathing next to you to know if you're in danger, right? You know that. You can't see them. You have to listen. And when you have to keep your volume way up, right? Of course, you have to keep it loud so you hear breathing. And when you get jump scared, that's loud. That's loud, and that will scare the living crap out of you.
It also, I think, starts with you're a child, and this is your bedroom. This is supposed to be your childhood bedroom. Because if I all the FNAF games I know most from Let's Plays, because if I remember correctly, you're also just a small child, so you also have the weird perspective of if something happens, those animatronics are huge.
Yes.
You should play it. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. Not gonna happen. Nuh-uh. Hey, if you want to send me in a meltdown, sure, let me play a horror game. Coward? Yeah. I admit, I cannot
Sorry?
I forgot about the whale penis already. I'm the person. I'm very good with horror literature. I'm very good with horror like audio, like I don't know, podcasts, whatever. That's all fine and dandy. Movies are 50-50. Games I'm really bad with because that overstimulates me and overloads me so hard. Yeah, that doesn't help. Why are there 2 rows of Jesus fucking Christ? I would also lose it. Especially if you have to like focus in and listen, and then you fuck up, and then that thing is in your face.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you have to go so close to it. You have to like look how close Fredbear is in this picture. It is like right in your face. You don't see it without your flashlight, right? This is like right before a jump scare. You gotta stand there next to it and listen if it's there. Listen. And that is terrifying and such a good use of like audio based gameplay.
I think that's also my problem with a lot of horror is I think a lot of horror nowadays is way too visual and not environmental enough. Because a lot of stuff is like jump scare are a bit of an in-between, but a lot of things are just like, here is a visually bad thing and not, hey, by the way, here's a weird fucking noise and we actually build up to something. That's maybe why one of my favorite horror games, having not played a lot of horror games, is Amnesia: The Dark Descent, because at its core, nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
But my god, is it tense all the damn time.
I guess so, but I'm sorry. I know Amnesia is such a classic, right? It is a classic. But to me, again, because of the lack of actual danger or stakes, I feel like it's a nothing burger. That's like one of the examples I have for like, they have the tension, they have the environment, but they don't have the stakes. There's no balance for me. I enjoyed Amnesia, and it's definitely like a horror classic, right? But is it scary to me? No. But that's also just no.
No, it isn't. That wasn't even an I'm bad at with this shit. It wasn't even that scary to me, but it was just very well constructed in all of its things. What about Amnesia: The Bunker? I think I've never played The Bunker.
Me neither.
I think I never played enough. But beside The Dark Descent.
About visuals, I really want to quickly talk about like the modern FNAF games. Really quickly.
Is that the newest?
Yeah, Secret of the Mimic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was like, I think I know that elephant.
Yes. These are like the mascot designs, like some of them, right? They're all just like this, and these are not like inherently that scary. They're a bit like, they're like worn up from the 70s.
Yeah,
like, you know, the 70s with like their mascots and art was they were weird, but like they were basically pretty scary on their own. But you know, the real terror in Secret of the Mimic is the fact that you never know which one of these is gonna wake up, or if any are, you know? You don't know
because the mimic jumps into... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
It changes the costume all the time. It changes it all the time. There's one enemy in the game, one actual enemy, one animatronic that can kill you, but the animatronic will change its how it looks.
Oh my god, so every damn animatronic you ever see basically could be it. And
It's like a gamble. It's a gamble. Also, there's like rooms filled with these things. There's like so many of these things, and they will only activate if you walk close enough to them, if the mimic is inside of it. So you have to walk past every single one of them, thinking whether or not it's gonna wake up when you walk past it. You know, that is the real horror. That's the real horror. And that's why I think, although many people don't like modern FNAF games, and I do think that FNAF fell off. I do think that it has fallen off, and it's not as it used to be. But I'm positive that Secret of the Mimic was a very scary game to play because of the constant dread of not knowing if something is like gonna wake up or not. Right? It's like, because you don't know, and that's scary. That's scary. You will only know basically at the point you hear the little like. Little sound that marks that it has woken up, and if you hear it from like right next to you from the suit you just walked past, it's so Jover. It's so Jover. It's like, imagine going to like a big warehouse with like a bunch of these outfits, and you have to walk through the warehouse, and you know one of them has like somebody who wants to murder you in them.
God,
you just know one of them.
Honestly, big warehouse was enough for me because I hate vast places. Vast places are my, like, what the fuck? No, nah. If I don't see a wall or an end, we're so out of it. In the end, most FNAF games are work shifts. I expect a horror set work. So true, Haza. So damn fucking true. I think I honestly skipped watching any Let's Plays of Secret of the Mimic because I was like, oh, well, it's not a FNAF game. But now I'm actually like, okay, maybe I should at least give it a look if I will never play it again. I also think for FNAF Security Breach, I feel like a lot of the areas were just too big and you never felt really, I don't know, you could always go somewhere else. And I feel like a lot of games go, especially horror games, feel too big. And I'm like, okay, can we go back to one room or two to actually make the horror focused again? In any way, please. You said like horror media after 2015, just the last 10 years went absolutely downhill. Do you remember playing or watching or whatever anything where you were like, holy shit, this is so fucking bad? It's so
I've
over.
had so many of those movies and games that I can't name you one. There's there is so many of them. I really cannot, like, I can't give you one.
Do you have, even if you don't have an example, is there any like theme you have in those where we're like, okay, this is so overdone? Minus, well,
Ghosts.
Oh,
Clowns, ghosts, everything like the classics. The classics.
I was like yeah, clowns were a problem at one point. Thank you, Killer Clowns, for that. Ghosts? We had so much ghosts. Yeah.
It's like, you know, that's the thing with like horror movies and stuff. Like, you say, okay, well, there's a new horror movie. Now it's been starting to change a little bit, but like I feel like with 2015 to let's say 2020, and I feel like even before that, I feel like always with horror movies, like all the way from like the 60s or so, I feel like it's always being ghosts, and the fact that it's always basically the same plot.
Yeah.
It used to be scary, like, you know, for example, for my mother, like, when she was a child, she's now 61, my mother. When she was a kid, obviously every single horror movie was like very new, and every single storyline was new, and it hadn't been done before. So ghosts for her are super scary in movies.
Of course,
because like, yeah, those were like such a new thing, and like it didn't get explored that much. You know, if you saw a ghost in a movie, you were like, oh my god, that's like a dead human. Oh my god, that's crazy. But like now, if you watch a horror movie in 2026, you're like, wow, that's a ghost.
Yeah.
Wow, what a twist.
I mean, that is the quote unquote problem with horror and wanting to actually like get a kick out of it. Yeah, you need to raise the stakes at some point. That being said, what's something you want to see in the future of horror media? Games, movies, I don't care. What's like a thing where you're like, this is untapped territory. We need to go back, or go back to something.
I gotta pause my music for this. I need a third Alan Wake game.
Damn, someone call Remedy. Someone call Remedy. Number one fan said it. They should do it.
No. Okay, let me think actually. Okay, actually, I saw this one German horror series in Netflix. I think, when was that released?
Oh, do you mean Dark? No, is it Dark?
No. This was last year. There was this series called Cassandra. Are you familiar with it?
We have good No. The fuck did I miss? Damn.
I'm gonna show you let's what would be a good picture?
Sci-fi thriller. I'm honestly, okay, that's a me thing. I felt so off paying attention to the German movie scene because most shit is horror. It's like just bad. It's just badly made, and I don't know why. Oh!
Yeah. This was like a short series. I remember I was sick that week when this released, and I binged it in one day. And I gotta say, this this unsettled me so bad. So without spoiling, like the basis of Cassandra is how does Netflix say it actually? Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, okay, are we looking at human trapped in something, or are we looking about weird AI?
Right. It's like a family moved into a vintage smart home and discovers that it's under the control of a virtual assistant who will stop at nothing to keep them there. That is what Netflix says. At first I was like, okay, so this is like probably like a scene concept, right? We have seen evil AI. We've seen evil AI. But this was crazy. This series, without spoiling, this had so much like psychology elements in it. Like that AI was not like, boo, scary, I'm a bad AI. That bitch manipulated people psychologically, and kind of like drove them into a wall with psychology. You know, she didn't hurt them too much physically, but it was more of it was manipulation. It was manipulation, and just how she looks, you know, it's just like a vintage robot rolling around, and then she has also like these TV screens that she's on like around the house, so she's always looking, she's always watching, looking, smiling, you know, even when you sleep. Every morning at 8 a.m. she would sing a song, like a good morning song from the walls. This shit was terrifying. This was terrifying. I didn't think much of this. Obviously, when I started watching it, I was like, okay, like, we've seen this shit before, right? We've seen this, but no. This was something way other that I can't even explain.
That design.
This was terrifying.
The design looks like the sci-fi version from the same people who made the Flintstones. But the silhouette reminds me very about like old cartoon, how they drew like robots.
It
looks more
scary.
If I were to see that, it looks more silly than anything else, and not necessarily. Okay, never fucking mind. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That is. I understand. I understand. Okay, Haza, can you note that down? I want to see that. Can we? we should watch that. It also, that makes sense in today because hi chat, smallest lesson. Horror historically always was a representation of societal fears. Like you had in the during the Cold War, you had a lot of like the, oh my god, everyone could be a Russian spy. A lot of American horror had like doppelgangers and stuff.
Yeah.
Aliens also always go into this. One of the oldest horrors we have are like undead and stuff. Things where you're like, this shouldn't be it. Then when technology started to be a more common thing, that's when I think we had like the first peak of evil technology, evil robot, evil AI. And yes, GLaDOS kind of belongs into that corner in a way. Portal is not horror, but my god, is GLaDOS horrifying at some point. Every time I hear that voice, I get startled. it's insane. So honestly, I think one problem with horrors nowadays is that everything's already horrible. How do you make it worse?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
I know what it is. I just haven't brought myself into watching it. I've seen so many clips. But it's such a long series.
It's such a long series, and some are better, some are worse. But the creator of Black Mirror hasn't brought out another season in years because he's like, I don't know how to top reality. So even if this has a vintage touch, and I'm very curious on the why, eerie evil home assistant is, I think, way much more interesting now than explicitly will kill you.
Yes.
Yeah, dear horror makers, we have so much surveillance bullshit. Can we get into that? Can we make horror movies that show how horrifying that is, and then people maybe realize how horrifying? Can we get into that? That'd be so cool. Because yeah, horror media is also a very, very good propaganda tool, unfortunately, for all damn sides. Because can make people fear things. Can we? There already is. I always take, like I said, I'm so out of horror because a lot of the things I see is just slasher gore shit, and I'm
yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe that that's a German production. What do you mean we make good shit again? What happened?
I have seen so many good German movies and series. I don't know what you're on about. I think this might be just like I don't. Okay, as a Finnish person, I hate everything that Finnish people do except for Alan Wake. Like,
Alan Wake is really interesting. I didn't know that.
What?
I'm just like, yeah, but I agree. Every time, a lot of German productions, I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's I get it, but yeah, it's great, and I don't remember being necessarily scared of this series, or like I would say I didn't get like, it didn't really have jump scares. It had a few, but this was not like a horror boom shakalaka piss your pants, I cast poopy pants, you know, it was not like that. It was so unsettling. Like, look at this motherfucking face.
I hate
look
this.
at this. Yes. Just also how off this is, because this is like a 70s home or a 60s or 70s 60s or 70s home. And then there's like a technology thing like this, and it's so crisp. It has like the air vent here. It's like, it's so old and crappy. Like, old technology itself, it's kind of off-putting. Kinda.
Yeah. I mean, I think there
that's
is
just my electrophobia. Yeah.
It could be. No, I think there is a reason why analog horror is such a staple for the last.
I love analog horror. We can get back into that in a moment.
Yes, yeah.
I have so much to talk about that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What I also perfectly love about this is the sheer uncanny valley of this face.
Yes, it's
the
like
smile
it's
is too wide and the eyes are too empty.
Yes, it's a human, but it's like at the same time it doesn't look human enough. It's like, it's just like a. It's weird. It's very uncanny. It's.
Also, having the crispness of the TV to whatever the fuck is going on around it, and this visual storytelling, people. This is what I want in my movies again. I want people to have to look at this and be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Because I see that and I hate it. Well done, perfect, thank you.
Yes, exactly. This unsettles me. This unsettles me. This picture actually unsettles me, which is actually an achievement by itself.
Yeah, which is hearing that this is like one of the best, like, good things you saw, and knowing what it takes to make you actually get scared or unsettled. That is, congrats, dear Cassandra theme. You did it. You made it.
Yeah. So I do. Wholeheartedly, I do think that everybody should watch this. It was just a couple episodes on Netflix. It's like a short series. It's bingeable in one day.
That alone, I love when things are, they have a start and they have an end, and it's not dragged out.
Yeah, right, and it has no filler. It has no unnecessary filler. It's the same story. That was actually, I think it was originally supposed to be a movie, but it just made more sense as a short series, with like a different pacing, so you can like let the characters breathe a little bit and like the environment like settle in, like, because like with movies you have like the 2-hour time slot kinda, so you have to move pretty fucking quickly with the development of the movie and the story. But with a series, you have like a little bit more freedom.
A lot more things should be serious and not a movie. A lot of things need breathing room. And then there are a lot of shows where I'm like, my God, this could have been a 90-minute movie. Why are we doing this here? Wow.
Right.
My thing about analog horror is because I also look at this face and she looks so fucking Botoxed. I get uncanny valley with real people at this point. Because they look way too smooth and stretched out. And I'm like, I fucking hate this so much. I also think analog horror, especially everything that's like in the found footage category, especially if it's older, for me it's also more unsettling because it's way harder to fake and edit that shit. If you see something that was recorded by a damn old camcorder, the likelihood that that actually happened is so much higher.
Yeah.
But
do you have a favorite analog horror?
Oh, that is a... God, I watched so much. Weirdly enough, I don't even know why. Maybe because it's like... Okay, are we talking analog horror in the broad spectrum of... or do we actually talk about like the very YouTube online analog horror?
Either or, just everything.
Okay, because I think still my favorite analog horror, even if it's, my God, I watched it, I don't know, half a year ago, and I was like, that aged weirdly, is still the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, interesting. My sister loves that one. I watched Blair Witch when I was younger. I didn't really get it, unfortunately. Like, it is so well done. It is well done, and I know it's a cult classic, and my sister absolutely loves that one. But then again, my sister is a little bit older than me. She's 37, I think. Yeah, 37.
I think it also makes... I think it's even better, and I'm not even that old. I think it also makes more sense if you know how it was marketed, because it was marketed as a documentary for the longest time.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
And if you go into this movie thinking this is actual found footage, that is insane. Also considering that even the actors only were given like a start and the end point for where they were supposed to be shooting, and a lot of the stuff in between just happened, or was just them actually slowly starting to absolutely lose it, which ethically difficult, but it still holds up. But lovely that you immediately also pull up the Mandela catalog, because I started watching the Mandela catalog, and I don't even know if I stopped watching it because it was actually too unsettling for me, or if I just lost it. I love all the analog horror that has the implication of here's an official government statement, everyone. Here's like, this is I also don't even know why it's so unsettling, because I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I could make that too in Photoshop. It's not that hard, but it goes visually, it just hits somewhere.
Yeah.
It also explains to me why in DC comic stuff early on, I know why the Joker was so unsettling for people when it came up. I get it. Okay, but why Mandela Catalog? Let's just...
I think when I think about analog horror, Mandela Catalog is the first thing I think about, and then comes like the Walton Files and and stuff like that. The Walton Files, by the way, amazing. They dropped a new episode yesterday.
Oh,
I still haven't watched
nice.
it.
And I need to catch up on that, because that was also very well made.
Yeah, Alex tweeted about it, and I was like, wow, okay. Like, Alex, the creator of that Alex. But yeah. Mandela Catalog also, I feel like it kind of fell off. I use that word a lot, but I think it started off so great with like the kind of like the government PSAs. Again, this is also like PSAs on its own, like in the real world, like we talked about just like an hour ago with the ice warning the noise warning. PSAs do have that weird like impending dread feeling in them. I don't know, like error messages and like, you know how sometimes if there's like I mean, there used to be, I don't know if that happens anymore because I don't watch the TV, but like there's like a little like public PSA announcement thing that there's like maybe there's like something that has happened nearby, and then there's like a red little thing that goes like bam, 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 and it says that there's an oil leak here and here and there and there, and can't go there. Even those are like so scary, like warnings in the real world. Any warnings, like I don't know, they scare me.
There is, and I don't know, maybe anyone knows this because I also saw that online. I think it's either UK or US, and I think it's UK. There are also those short things that look like a normal ad thing for something, and then something horrific happens, and then it's like a PSA for accidents in the household.
That's in the States, I think.
Yeah, one of those are masterpieces, because you do not expect this to happen, and then they just have the camera just steady on like the mom who hurt herself horrifically, and you're like, oh fuck.
It's like, it's very unsettling. I've seen those also. Hello, penis.
I love that as little guys just popping up every.
I don't know, but like in Mandela Catalog, they did the thing where there's like if you see this and this, you should do this. Go in your bed, do this, do that. Don't look at it in the eye, you know, stuff like that. And it's in the VHS form. And like VHS tapes for me, they're first of all super nostalgic, but also, I don't know, it's the crisp. Again, it's like the crisp, the old technology crisp. The audio quality is not good. It's kind of like shaky, unstable, and it kind of like screeches your ears. It's not like a high quality audio. The visuals are not high quality, and usually, I don't know, the atmosphere in those are just so good. It's just so good. Like VHS form works really well, and I'm actually working on. I've done analog horror myself.
Ayo, let's go.
Before I'm working on another thing right now for school. Actually, I just love scaring my professors, I guess.
Every time there's an assignment, they're just like, fuck, not again, not again.
Basically every time. There was this like, currently there's going on a course I'm on in university. We have to make like DIY videos. We have to make like, they have to be animated, or you know, anything to do with like DaVinci or After Effects, anything like animated or stuff like that, like a DIY video, you know, or tips and tricks, life hack I think was the actual name of the video. And my life hack is going to be in like a VHS form, and it's going to be like what to do to the fact of like what to do if you feel like you're not alone in your house. Like what do you do? And it starts getting like, first it starts off like a psychological thing, like it's like, okay, find the root cause of your feelings and do this, and that's like normal, and then at some point it just starts going insane and stuff like that. I'm working on something like that.
Love that. That is such a good and easy concept. I also think one thing is the fact that VHS tapes just deteriorate. You can have the most innocent video after 30 years that looks unsettling, as it is. It's the same with old vinyls or old wax cylinders of music. They just start to sound creepy, even if it's not meant that way. This is also why every second TikTok sound that's used for horror shit, that's just an old recording of a very harmless song.
Yes, you know the first ever PC recorded song, the Daisy song. You know, Daisy, you know that one.
Yeah,
it's so much, but it is very unsettling.
It's just a little robot singing his song. At the end of the day, yes, but the fact that old video starts to look weird, sound weird. IBM Grams singing to Baby Miku. Yeah, I love this. I love that. Yeah, but that is also just a basic horror thing, is deterioration, when things just are starting to feel wrong enough in a way. Also, I need to go back into the Walton Files, because when the Walton Files first came out, I was like, not another mascot horror. I fought that shit for so long. What's your as someone who's also just very FNAF enthusiastic, or was, whatever, why Walton Files? Why is
I think it's okay. While they've taken like a lot of inspiration from FNAF, very obviously, right? Literally, this is the bunny on my screen is literally called Bon. So
yeah,
it's there. It is there. Okay, but this is I don't even know the story itself. First of all, the story itself, the narrative. Although it also has like the same elements of like people possessing animatronics, you know, that's the root. But for some damn reason, Walton Files just does it better than FNAF. It does it somehow better. We get to hear people dying. We get to see them dying. We get to see how terrifying these like old ass animatronics actually are when they're about to kill you. And the story goes so deep. It's there's a lot happening in the story. I don't know how to talk about this without spoiling it, but there's like actual human emotions there, you know, and it's not just like kids died. Yeah. It's not that, but there's actual like there's the themes of revenge and you know, stuff like that. There's actual emotion and like stuff to do with like humans, like relationships with each other, and like connections from humans to other humans, you know. It's not just like, okay, this is a dad, this is a daughter, right? It's not that, but it's way more than that. It is very well built. Also, the fact that it's like in this VHS form, that every single video is like a VHS tape, you know. That's how they work. They start off as like a company introductory tape or something like that. There's these cute mascots, but they're actually really fucking eerie as is, you know. And then the error starts happening, and the movement is weird, the animation is weird, it's unsettling. It's all so good, and the audio is also so peak. In the third Walton Files tape, video, episode, however you want to call the name of the title was Bunny Farm. That is like a 1 hour of basically the protagonist playing an old arcade machine. It's literally just gameplay. But everything in the game it's an old arcade game with a bunch of errors, and at some point the errors just go so insane. The audio design is so good with the errors. It's like, you know, something happens on your screen and then the audio just comes with a bit of a latency and very loudly. You know, sometimes there's a weird loud sound, but nothing is happening. It's just loading the game, and it's great. It's great. The visuals are also great. There's like a lot of kind of like, let me pull up a picture. They've also used this like Photoshop type human things on top of like actually beautiful art and stuff, because I do think it's like drawn. It's not used like, they don't use like assets or anything like that. But
everything about the Walton Files looks like photo bashed together, and I'm here for it. It's incredible.
It's like, you know, this is just, okay, this is a picture of some man that has been stretched and moved around and stuff has been done, but holy crap, isn't it terrifying? It's terrifying. The contrast in this picture is also fucking terrifying.
The thing is, it looks like it was a decent photo of a guy that maybe has some just like, you know, different features. And the longer you look at it, the more you're like, nah.
Yeah.
The blackened out eyes alone.
Yes. It's... The more you look at it, the more scared you get. You feel uneasy, and now that I look at my first screen and I just see in the corner of my eye that this person is staring at me from my second screen, it's throwing me off so bad. It's throwing me off so bad. It's great.
But I think that's the thing, intention, because I don't know if that's even a hot take, but I feel like, did FNAF ever had any lore intention before MatPat?
Probably not. There was just a bunch of Easter eggs got through around, and then people started building up lore, and then it just kind of happened.
Yeah, because everything about that feels just like, yeah, it kind of makes sense, etc. Walton Fights, someone sat down and wrote a story and wrote an intention and has like a plan for it, and I think it's not hard to make good horror. Just actually sit down and have a proper plan, and it can look like absolute shit. What the fuck is...
That's also from the Walton Files. It looks very goofy, but if you actually start like staring at it in the darkness.
Also, that underlined with just like the crunchy sound of a running tape and some like slightly distorted voice. Yeah, goodbye. Now I'm out of the room. And that is not hard to make visually. That's also why I love analog horror, because it doesn't use much on a difficulty level. You don't have to be the most incredible artist. Just go for it. Go for it until it looks kind of right. What is even layered on top of each other on the right one?
Exactly. You can kind of see that it's like kind of a face. You can kind of see like eyes and a nose and a mouth, but then it's not a face, and it's like just like, what the hell is that?
It looks like someone took a lizard, threw it through the liquefier, and then put other stuff on top of it. That's insane. That is so well made. That is genuinely so well made.
It's incredible. Walton Files has like there's another picture of the same thing. Basically, it is so weird.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's weird.
And weird is enough. Weird is so enough to be unsettling.
This with the weird ass sounds, the sound design, my goodness.
Oh yeah, that's my grievance. Okay, I barely saw a horror film in the movies. I think the last horror movie I saw were like the It adaptations. And my god, was the sound design bad. You saw every jump scare coming a minute beforehand because they started the sound cue, and I'm like, dude, come on. Either you're scary all the time with your music, or you're actually good intentional, but do not warn me 30 seconds before every jump scare.
Okay, so that's also a thing I want to sidetrack a little bit, because that reminded me of something. In horror movies, before a jump scare, for some reason, I know what the core intention is there, but I feel like it's ruined a lot of jump scares, is that they quiet down every sound before a jump scare. You can hear the ambience goes quiet. You can hear the audio levels in the background mute themselves. And that is obviously to make contrast for the jump scare, so the jump scare feels loud without actually making it like, you know, eardrum destroying, you know, it's just that. But then you know there's a jump scare. If you are trained enough, if you have watched many horror movies, if you hear it when the ambience goes rump when they drop it, and then you just know that, okay, so jump scare.
I mean, it is also as cheap sometimes, but I love when you think there's a jump scare and the jump scare comes 2 seconds after it. Banger, thank you. At least that was efficient and you actually got me. Thank
Yes,
you.
also, this is also a weird thing that I have created in my brain for some reason while watching horror movies. There's a weird pacing in horror movies. There's like like in a song you have a tempo. You have the tempo. I have the same feeling of a tempo when watching a horror movie. I don't know how to explain this. It's an autistic thing in my brain, but it's like a rhythm. There's like a rhythm, and every jump scare comes like with a beat, right? There's like it like hits a beat, and when it goes off beat in my brain, it scares me. I really don't know how to explain this. I really don't. It's something that has just grown in my brain, and I go by it.
I think I understand that my autism is more literature focused. I a movie starts and I know the story beats and I know when it's supposed to get like intense, and my body knows it will be intense, so it will actually hit me harder. I kind of get that in a way of. Okay, it depends on the movie. Sometimes I know the rhythm and it ruins everything for me because it's badly made.
I feel like the rhythm ruins it for me because I just know every single jump scare.
Yeah, no, I understand. No, but that is also the thing. Yes, fear is complicated, but also, my God, if you want to scare an audience, you only have so many ways to do it. People need to start switching it up again. I need a bit of variety. If every horror movie in the last, I don't know how many years did it, maybe do something different for once.
Hey, when you asked about the horror movies I've seen lately that I've actually enjoyed, how did I forget the one horror movie in the past 10 years that actually made me cry?
Oh, damn. Okay, what the hell?
It was Smile 2. And okay. So this was, I think it was like was this like last Christmas when it came out? I think it was like last year or the year before that. Hold on.
Was Smile
2024.
The entity, another entity thingy?
Yeah, the one that makes you smile one.
Yeah.
Let me pull up a picture of Smile 2 real quick.
You can keep your shirt this time. Thank you, Bane. Thank you so much, and thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, sorry. Even if you take my shirt away.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So me and my fiance, we went to see this in 2024 in the theaters when this came out. We had watched the first movie. It was really good. It scared me a couple times, but it wasn't like terrifying, you know, basic horror movie, you know. And I was very hyped for the sequel. And this was the first horror movie that went like off the beat in my brain. It didn't follow the rhythm, the tempo that I had assigned it, and everything happened in ways that I couldn't comprehend them, and they just kind of happened. And this one jump scare in the middle of the movie was so bad and so unexpected in more ways than one that I actually started crying in the movies. Shit. And I had to cover my eyes for the rest of the movie. I cried after the movie in the car. My fiance was laughing at me. I feel like he's probably laughing like behind that wall right now. I was like, that's I don't know. I've completely forgotten about this movie because my brain wants to like trauma block it.
I get it, yeah. Yeah.
Genuinely made me cry. Me. Out of all people, me cry and cover my eyes. That is incredible.
Have you since then ever again watched it?
I watched it with my community last year because they dared me into doing it, but this time, well, I knew when the jump scare is coming, so it didn't really get me that bad, but it still got me. I knew it was coming, and it still got me, and I still had to cover my eyes at some points and had to go take breathers outside. Because it was so much. The movie is so much.
Okay, putting that on my and should watch that list. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that sounds weirdly intriguing.
Yeah,
I
it's
think, I think it's a different level if you say that, and I'm like, okay, now I kind of have to see what's up with that. Holy shit!
But yeah, you have to watch the first movie so you understand the second one. So that's the thing. But the first one isn't really all that scary. It's good, but you have to see it because it's just a direct sequel.
It's also weird when a sequel works because sequels are a problem sometimes on its own, especially if there was, sequels. My God, we don't need them all the damn time. Horror sequels is even worse because people know what's up, and you still have to make it work.
Yeah, and that's why I was so confident going to see the movie, but it didn't. It was unlike anything I've seen before. It was just. I don't know. It was so mind-bendingly scary. It was terrifying.
Okay, without spoilering, was it because of the way the movie was done on a like cinematography way, or how it broke with the themes on a content level?
Difficult question. I feel like difficult question. I feel like the visuals are pretty normal horror movie. However, they are way more creative. For example, like if we go to like the cinematographics of this, the camera placements and like the shots, they are very interesting. They're very interesting. It is recorded in an interesting way that I have never really seen before, and the pacing is odd. Sometimes a shot gets like stuck on someone's face, basically. So usually when you watch a movie, you have person A and person B, they're talking. Camera goes to person A when person A is talking, right? Then it switches to B is talking, right? But in this movie, character A is talking, the camera is at A. Then we hear B starts talking and doing something, but the camera is still at A. It's just A staring at the character B and reacting to whatever they're saying and doing, but you can't really see it. And that's nothing weird has to be talked about, but that is just weird on its own, so you don't show the other character anymore. You hear them do something, you hear them, it sounds like they're behind you, right? The audio is made so that the person is kind of behind you, right?
Oh,
they're behind the camera.
Beautiful.
They're behind the camera. You only see how one character reacts to what the other person is saying, right? And that was like the first weird thing about it, and that was like so scary. That was so eerie and weird on its own, because that's not what happens in normal movies, that's nothing that happens.
And also, what doesn't happen, not only in movies, because sometimes I'm like, Jesus Christ, stop cutting from A to B. It's not what you would do, because of course, if there's a noise, you turn to the noise. That's just how we work.
But this movie doesn't let you see what's happening. Okay, it does. But like, there's some parts where you only see the reaction. You have no damn idea what's happening like behind the camera. You just hear it and you see how other people are reacting to it. And that is like,
depending on the combination of reaction and noises, yes. I can imagine it without having any idea what the movie is going on.
I feel like it was also because we went to see it at the theater. I think it really added to the experience because of the surrounding sound.
Yes.
It really sounded like the characters were behind me and the sounds were coming from behind me, and I could only see like the still image kind of the person's reaction on the screen, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening behind me?
And that is so simple and effective. Beautiful. Because it not only gives, it's not only you have no idea what's happening, the unknown factor, it almost physically traps you in that position, especially if you're in a cinema and you're in a big dark room and that's your only damn focus. Nice. I love that. Okay, cool. That will be fun to watch. As a damn horror hater, that's gonna be interesting. But hey, I love good cinematography. I don't care what genre is it. If it's done well, I'll absolutely take it. Especially if she said it made you cry. I'm like, okay, I might die. I might die. I will give out a warning. I watched that movie. Okay. Now, having a bit of insight in what you like, and also since you kind of started, if you could make your dream horror game, that's not an new Alan Wake part, what would it be? And I don't care about like what aspects, storyline, mechanics, whatever. What would you like to see and do?
I definitely. Oh, that's so hard to come up with like right off the bat. See, I have written a good chunk of horror stories before, but I feel like none of them have been quite like dreams of mine. They're just like random shit I've spat out. But let me think. It would definitely be something to do with not knowing what's real or not, and the concept of nightmares, because I have gotten terrible nightmares all my life. Like ever since I was a child, I've seen a nightmare like basically every night. Last night I saw a nightmare of me being pregnant and giving birth to a thing that's not a human, but something else weird.
Such understandable body horror. Oh.
Yeah. I just knew that the thing inside me was not a human, and I had to give birth to it in front of like my whole family tree for some reason. Also, yeah, one of the things I'm scared of in life is like pregnancy. I don't know.
Yes.
I never want kids.
Agree.
I never want
agree.
kids.
Hard
Yeah.
agree. Pregnancies are body horror. The
Pregnancy is body horror.
The more I learn about pregnancies beyond what like you learn very early on, the more of the shit that can and will go wrong. I'm like, God, that is, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I would definitely want to kind of explore nightmares more, but I am not entirely sure like how I would go about it. Probably something like when your like dreams and the real world starts kind of like merging together and you don't know entirely what's real or not, you may start like, let's say you kill a monster in your dream, and then you realize that it was not a dream and you just accidentally killed your mother.
Oh.
And then you're just standing there with a knife staring at your dead mother like, oh. You know, that's something I would love to explore.
That's good. That is really hard. That is really hard and really complex. But losing your own control is always such a deep core fear. Yes, please. If that's well made, yes, I think probably even I would give that a chance. If it's well made, because especially if it's not just going down to some very cheap, you're just crazy, you're just mentally ill, yada yada, but actually looks at what is happening. Okay, on the other side, what is something you never want to see again?
Garden of Banban.
The fact that I know this exists and I know like 3 screenshots, so I understood what you meant by Roblox. I hate that this is enough for me to be like, yeah, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
What is that thing even about? Is it actually a kindergarten? Is that kind of it?
Dude, I wish I could tell you, but I have no damn idea despite playing all the games.
Okay, so they probably don't even know themselves. Cool.
It is just like a big cash and MatPat grab. It's just like jingle jingle, we have lore. But the lore is... I don't even know.
That being said, I get it. I think lore grabbing or making games for anyone, like any theorizer to grab on is horrifying. Don't fucking do that. If you do it well, people will think about it automatically. What's your general vibe with MatPat aside theorizer, like the whole sphere of it?
MatPat, like, as in,
not as in on a personal level, because you know I don't know the dude, you don't know the dude, but as in, because what I heard from people saying is that the whole lore video bullshit is part of why shit got bad.
I definitely agree with that, but then again, I do think that it was not only like game theory's fault. It was more of like whoever is contributing into it by making these games only to grab game theory's attention.
Yes.
Because I used to love game theory. Like, you know, I was like super into FNAF, you know, like 10 years ago or so. I was like such a big fan, and I'm still a fan, although I don't really like the franchise that much anymore, or like it has definitely fallen off and changed. But again, I said fallen off. but it's not their fault. Literally, it's not their fault. And I feel like even without game theory, lore videos would have been made. They would have been made. People would have started exploring that. It would have gone like this anyway. It's not really their fault. No, it's not their fault. Definitely contributed into it by being such a big channel, but then again, it still would have happened without them.
Yeah, I think that's important, just because having lore grabs abusing lore grabs in your games as an easy thing to get attention is also the quickest way to show that you have nothing else going on.
Yeah. So I would only blame the people who make games just to get the attention of YouTubers and make money. That's the true issue here. Not making games out of passion, but for cash.
Yeah, I mean,
capitalism.
Capitalism. We're at it again. It is capital. I mean, that is also just let's be honest. That's so much media that's coming out. I'm like, did you even understand what you're doing? Did you just, because I'm looking at you, Christopher Nolan, or do we just do it for the sake of, because we can and it's easy and half-assed? Like, come on.
Garden of Bad.
What was the talking analog horror series? I don't remember the name. Where I'm like, you're making an analog horror series that actually has potential story-wise, and then you're using Gen AI images.
Oh, God.
I don't remember which one that was, but that's also where I'm like, dude, take Photoshop and just throw that shit together and it would be so much more better.
Right. What the hell? Okay, I've never seen AI analog horror or anything like that, because I haven't really watched like the newest ones, because some of them are just like children making stuff for TikTok and like, you know, I haven't really watched them. But that sounds awful.
The thing is, I didn't watch it, and it's also very religious, angel-based thing. I couldn't even look it up because I don't remember it. I don't remember anything about. But yeah, the fact that the story is seemingly very, very decent, and the only problem is that the creator never either did the stuff himself or just grabbed an artist for the visuals. And I'm like, dude. You can't, not in the year 2026, and then expect people to not hate you for it. Like, you deserved to be hated for that. I think MatPat would enjoy dissecting frame by frame the death of Hello Neighbor. Holy shit! I didn't watch your full stream. How did your Hello Neighbor experience go?
Oh,
I saw like the first 10 minutes, and then I had to go, unfortunately. But I remember the suffering.
It was broke. Can I send you a clip? Actually,
sure.
Is that okay to you?
Sure.
I think it tells a lot more than 1,000 words could.
Oh my god. Okay, let's fucking go.
This was like the very beginning of the game, by the way.
Okay. Here, give you a few pixels and not just 360. Also be cool. Oh, damn! Lumoception. Okay, let's go. Curious.
I have a big existential crisis over if I want to break this game or if I want to play this game. Oh my god!
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You're... Where the fuck am I? Did you fucking see that?
Why?
Guess we are breaking this game.
Someone fucking clipped that. What the fuck? Yeah. That was like the very beginning of the game. Happened? The very beginning.
That is so ridiculous. Holy shit. So it is so no one ever actually sat down and made a full game. What the fuck? That is horrific.
That was like, it was broken. It was unplayable, but I did have fun. I did have fun.
Not for the reason as the developer intended, but... But all the things I'm hearing about Hello Neighbor is it's just a weird, unsatisfying grind and does nothing to be actually, like, scary or tense or whatever.
Yeah, I think the problem with Hello Neighbor is the fact that, okay, first of all, it's so broken that you can't even get into the grind before you're, like, flying to space and out of bounds. So,
seemingly.
You know, yeah. I flew off the map so many times, and I actually, like, one of those, I don't know if anyone clipped that, but one of the times I flew off, I fell off bounds, and for some reason it triggered like a cutscene from the end of the game, and I hadn't even entered the house yet.
Oh my god! That is how old is that game? When did... Because that game didn't come out yesterday.
Yeah.
Also, why is there a second one? Why are we 2017?
2017 was like when the first build came out, and then it was like updated from alpha to beta to omega alpha sigma skibidi, you know.
Jeez, and it just got worse seemingly.
Yeah,
my god. I hate when that happens because there was probably potential in this game.
Yeah, and it was pretty big in like the same fandom community where like FNAF was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously it was like a big thing, alongside with like stuff like Baldi's Basics and like, you know, that stuff that came out like around 2015. But yeah, it really it was a failure.
Sometimes I'm impressed with how shitty games can be. Wow, that is... Okay, if you still make money and you don't care, hey, go for it. But as a creator and developer, if the only thing people remember about your work is that how shitty it was, I would fucking lose it. I would not show my face ever again. I hate it's capitalism. No one cares. No one fucking cares. Okay, but last question on my list. Chat, if you have anything, you are very welcome to. What is the Lumu horror beginner's guide? What are like things you would recommend to people to get if they were like, I need more horror in my life? What are we giving them?
Oh, that's wow. Okay, what will be baby's first horror? I did get one of my good in real life friends into horror for the first time in her life with Alan Wake.
I mean, if it works, it works.
It works. she was scared of the first game, despite it not being a horror game. She had like never ever watched a horror movie or played a horror game before.
Wow.
And I made her play Alan Wake because she was with me in the projects we made for Remedy. So I had to like, before we went there, I had to blast her with
Educate.
culture.
I get it. Mhm.
Educate, yes, educate. blast her with culture. Educate.
Just opened up a Mary Poppins bag and just Alan Wake came out.
Yeah, I think that, and then I made her play Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic, because you can kind of like play that game without knowing anything of the prior games. And she was very scared of that, but she actually made it to the end of the game. She made it to the end despite being so very scared. And she's still a scaredy cat, a big scaredy cat, and I love scaring her and jump scaring her when we're hanging out. I love it.
Yeah.
But you know, I think it's she is not that hesitant to play horror anymore or watch horror movies with me, because we had these like movie nights in our campus. She's like my university friend. We would watch horror movies. She would get scared shitless, but you know, at first she was like, "Oh, I will never watch a horror movie. I will never watch this. I can't do it." Now she's just like, "Oh man, here we go again." You know? So she's really, I think slow and steady she is growing into it, and she does laugh every time after she gets jump scared. So I think that's a good sign. She doesn't cry, she laughs. So I don't know. That's Babu's first horror. I would say play some easy, lame stuff like Poppy Playtime. That's not like too scary. It just has like the elements, and so if you have like no prior experience on horror, if you want to start with a game, that would probably be like Five Nights at Freddy's or Poppy Playtime, something that's not like super gory or super insane like that, to get like kind of the feel on it. And if it were a horror movie, I would start with something like with like one of the classics, like The Ring, for example. I would start with something like that. The Western version, like not the original Japanese one. It's good, but I think that's it is a bit more psychedelic. It doesn't have like such a straightforward narrative. So like I would go with the American version of Ring as my first horror movie. I think it's like a very classic one. Or then I could go with something like Halloween from the 70s with Michael Myers.
Yes.
It's literally, I don't get it, dude. Okay, my mom is like so scared of the Halloween movie and Michael Myers, and that's so funny to me because like if you watch the Halloween movie, the first Michael Myers movie, if you watch it in 2026, it's like a parody.
Nothing
like
happens,
it's like
and you have
watching a
just
parody.
this dude in his weird mask. Yeah.
Yes, and the amount of like unnecessary panty shots and sex and stuff like that is just so stupid. It's like a parody. It is a parody. It's a fucking parody. But I think that's like a good one to start with.
I think I would also put on the list, even if it's a bit more gory at parts, is something like Cabin in the Woods, which is a bit meta commentary. But I just liked it for the premise and going off script of a normal horror movie.
I'm trying to think. Also, if like someone is like that they wouldn't want to jump right into like actual horror movies, then there is obviously like horror movies that are aimed for children, like the Monster House. The Monster House is a weird ass movie.
Yes.
That's one weird ass movie, but it's like it's for children, but it's horror. It's from children. It's horror. It's fun. It's good.
That's also, I think I miss how well written like teenage targeted horror novels are. Like Goosebumps, or what was it? Ripley Street. All those. Those were actually like not much is happening, but they're really well written, especially if you're 13, 14 and this is like your first thing you get into. Like that shit's creepy. That shit's a little bit scary. I miss that.
Oh, speaking of horror novels, there's this. Oh my god, there's so many pictures in here.
Layers of horror.
Yeah.
Venus. I love this.
Anyway, there are these FNAF short stories. I have the whole collection of the books. There are books, there are like full novels,
Yeah,
but there's also like Fazbear Frights. And they're like very bite-sized stories and they're very simple. So I would also be like, okay, you know what, you can read this. It's very, very simple, but it's still well written.
Which most of the time is just it's just enough. It's just yeah. Scroll in further into the horror. I also it makes sense. We already said that horror had to become more, because recently I watched like the very old classic monster movies, like the first Dracula with Bela Lugosi, and I'm like, I get why that was tense at the time. Or something like Psycho. I understand why Hitchcock movies were such a huge thing in their time.
Psycho was such a revolutionary movie for like the horror genre. I think they made many things with like the jump scares and the audio. I feel like the audio was like the one thing that Psycho did that kind of like gave a lot of inspiration to like other creators in that domain.
Hitchcock basically wrote the manual on audio suspense. Definitely. And it's, weirdo guy in real life, as they all are, but damn, he understood what to do and how. That's the thing. It's not that scary anymore for us now.
Yeah.
Whew. It's hard to for us to find it scary, but it's so well crafted.
Yeah. And if you take into account the year it was made in, you can kind of like, you can understand why it was scary to the to people watching it for the first time, like when it came out.
It's also the thing. I think a lot of horror filmmakers became very lazy because they have everything at their disposal. Give me back my practical effects. Give me back my subtlety and my good tension and all that stuff, and not just here's bad CGI. I say that literally in another format every time. Why had Pirates of the Caribbean, which came out 20 years ago, why CGI got fucked since then? I don't know what happened, people. Give me back the good stuff again. Oh, also, it's not horror, but it has the aesthetic of it. Horror to a degree. Everything Guillermo del Toro does is...
yes!
My god, Crimson Peak is such a literally peak movie. That is so well made, and the fact that all of the monsters are costumes and practical effects, and it's made with so much love, and it's so intense and well made. That's the shit I want. That is what I want. I still need to watch his Frankenstein movie, actually.
I was just about to ask if you've seen it. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
That's the thing. It looks amazing. Also, because I always forget that meme is from Monster House. I always forget that. This man became his own entity in so many ways. But yeah, it's also because Guillermo del Toro actually casts actors that can act and actually know how to do their craft, which is also for Obsession. I have the highest respect for the actress who played Nikki.
Yes. I can't talk about this enough, but that actress, I don't remember her name, unfortunately, but absolute cinema.
Because that's the other thing. Nothing for me destroys a horror movie more than an actor who can't play scared.
Yeah. You have, like, I feel like with horror, I feel like one of the qualities in an actor is that method acting is like the most efficient way to act out horror movies, because it's really hard to act being scared if you're not really scared, right?
Yes.
So to be able to method act and to get like kind of like inside the character's brain and the situation is like crucial. It's crucial.
The Shining. Everyone in The Shining. That is a classic for a reason, even if Stephen King adaptations are always difficult, because adapting Stephen King's writing is, guys, just stop doing it. It never works out that well. How many angles of the sky gave?
It's like my shrine.
Oh my god, it's perfect. Beautiful. But The Shining is incredibly well made, also in its simplicity, also because those hotel hallways are empty and perfectly filmed. And Jack Nicholson is an absolute genius. It just works. I guess, did you know that movies are a craft and you actually need to, put in the work?
Oh, that's a crazy concept.
Yeah, I know. It seems like it. It's that is my biggest disappointment with movies overall. Is like, can we please go back to making an effort? Oh, horror movie I actually liked in the last years was Get Out. Just because, hey, it's a fresher angle. No, it doesn't invent the wheel. Oh, I got new guy. Variety. Let's go. I think I also love Monster House because those characters just look like people. They just look like people. I love that.
I love when animation characters have imperfections.
Yeah.
Like they're not like porcelain dolls,
Yes.
Like, look at this hairline.
Look at those wrinkles. Look at the under eyes. Banger. He's. I feel like he's missing some ear hair or something to round it up. Honestly, it looks so good.
Oh, also speaking of acting, too many actors nowadays are scared of looking ugly. I know this is talked about a lot.
Yes.
But many actors, I'm sorry to name a few, but Ariana Grande, who's now like actually gotten into acting again, like with Wicked, for example. And then there's Dove Cameron, but I kind of get her point, or where she's coming from, because she also used to be like a Disney Channel actress as a kid. But like, I feel like they're always mewing or like aura farming. They always look pretty. And there's nothing wrong with being beautiful, but they're just, wow, okay, let's say my friend is dying in front of me, but I gotta look pretty so I can't like ugly cry like a normal person would in this situation. I'm just gonna like stand here and look pretty. Maybe shed up one tear or something so I don't ruin my makeup.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I love, for that, as much as I don't like the show in a lot of things, Zendaya in Euphoria. Because my god, is she willing to look like shit at some points. And she's still a beautiful woman. At the end of the day. Nothing takes that away.
I'm sorry, this is... I'm going back to Alan Wake for a minute here.
All roads.
I'm sorry.
All roads go back to Alan Wake.
It's true. Hold on, let me grab a good screenshot of Sam Lake.
Also, that being said, if you're an actor and you have Botox, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's actually I don't know if you knew this, but like I'm an actress and a screenwriter by like occupation, but we've been actually told not to get Botox. Yeah. Like they've actually generally been like, don't do it. We want to see your wrinkles.
Yeah, we want to see them. You need to move your face. You need to emote. Like, That's your instrument, is your damn face.
Right.
I hate that so much. I hate that so much. Just let people age. I mean, hey, we never let women age.
Yeah.
We never did that, but it's, by the way, what's her damn name? Now I need to actually find out if I mean the right person. And oh damn it. Is it? Toni Collette, who played in Hereditary. This woman has such an expressive, incredible face.
Can you say the name again?
Toni Collette. This woman has such a wonderful, expressive face, especially for horror, because she's not scared of looking like horrifyingly like shit if she has to. Good. As it should be. It's not that my... Yes. No, Botox, and also, yes, in Instagram face, it is a problem. It is a problem that all our actors look the damn same at this point, and they all can't emote. It's...
Bro only got the default emote.
Literally. I haven't watched The Odyssey yet. I will probably not do until that's out for streaming, and then I will go through that shit show that Nolan did. But seeing Anne Hathaway's face not move is frightening, considering how wonderful she was in Les Miserables, where her face moved and she went through all those sadness and that grief. And now her face doesn't. I'm like, what did you do? Why would you do that? I hate it here.
It's sad to see.
Yes.
I think this is a bad example. I could only find like a stupid meme. So I'm just gonna show it to you. This is, wow, okay, he doesn't look handsome in this picture, no. Does he look terrified? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah, he does. I think this is a good example.
That looks like a human reaction, yeah.
Yeah. It's a fucking reaction. Same with, I can show you, why is there so many fucking memes? I can't find anything serious.
Oh, that is such a symptom of the problem, that all the real faces and expressions is like meme material. My god, that is... Ooh. That's also, I say that every time I have a monthly movie club with a friend, and every time we watch a movie and I see like actual good actors or real looking people in this, I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. I love when actors actually look, or like a movie is filled with extras who just look like...
Okay, please ignore the text in this one. But I want to give another example of like a good face. Ignore the text. It's not butter, it's margarine.
Honestly, depending on how that conversation went before, that is a perfect reaction.
No, but Ilkka isn't scared of looking ugly here. He's just like, okay, you want me to scream and yell? Okay, I deliver.
Yeah, if I see someone yell at me like this, I run. I just fucking book for it.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah, this is like...
Yeah.
You know, this is an issue. Also, I please no shade to Dove Cameron. But she was like lately, I think she was like in a drama movie. It literally came out when you look up Dove acting. It literally literally this image is the first one to come up. I'm not entirely sure where this is from, but this is supposed to be like a super sad scene where the blonde girl is telling Dove's character that something actually terrifying has happened, and she's crying, and then there's Dove like aura farming.
All she does is look slightly tired. That's it.
Yeah,
That's the whole face.
Yeah, there is no sadness in this. This is like when you're acting like you care about something that someone is telling you. Like when I autistically ramble at somebody, this is how they look at me.
This shit again. Yeah, that's that. Yes.
Yeah,
that really looks like, girl, cut it now.
Yeah, but like, yeah, Dove is really pretty. Yeah, she's gorgeous. But like, I would love to see her and other actresses like this, like from Hollywood, actually show some emotion and not care about how they look for a second, you know? Because like the truth is that humans do not look perfect when they cry or are in pain or something like that. That's not it. When I cry, I look like a fucking hippopotamus, right?
Yes, as it should be, honestly.
Yeah, that's how I look, and I really want to see that in movies because like this is not realistic. This face when someone is telling you something fucking dramatic, this is not it. This is just not it. I'm sorry.
The fact that it's not even, it's literally a nothing burger. It doesn't give sad. It doesn't give shocked. It's just still.
Yeah. It's just there.
And not even the bit of red under her eyes is doing anything against how she looks. Mm-hmm. Honestly, on the contrary, I think with that bit of red under her eyes even look more beautiful. I really do. Dude.
Okay, let's make her imperfect with makeup. Let's add some red under her eyes, but no, she can't look ugly at all because because she has to look really fucking pretty all the time. I wish my eye bags looked like this. Like yes. After crying, why don't I look like this?
After crying, I look just like a puffy red marshmallow, and it's not even funny.
Yes, like my whole face is red, like my nose is red. There's snot running down my face. It's like I'm like busted up. I'm a busted up radiator. What is this?
But it's the same. It's the same on the other direction. I love when people laugh so hard or so excited about something that it's like teary and red and like the bright, unperfect smile. Yes, thank you. Emotions. That's what we want and need. Please and thank you. It's yeah, Botox can go away. I hate it. I don't know what's going on in Hollywood for the last year or two, but
for reference, the blonde girl, I don't know the actress's name, but this is her face in the exact same moment. This is her expression. This is her expression. This is Doe's expression.
Nope, that's my god, there we go. Yes. Oh my god, that's a person!
Yes! Wow! No Botox!
Also, I hate that that's a normal face. That's a normal face of an adult woman. Yeah. And I hate that she looks ugly next to Dove Cameron. Even if she isn't.
Yeah. It's like, that's because Dove isn't really, they're supposed to be having the same emotion in this moment, okay? The emotion is supposed to be basically the same. We have this genuine upset. Genuine upset. This is a face that someone could genuinely make.
That is a face of, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, and this is...
And that's a Barbie. That's a porcelain doll.
That's a Barbie. It's a Barbie. Also, I love the fact that this actress's hair is also a bit messed up from crying, because when you cry, you push your head into your hands often, and your hands, they bust up your hair. That happens to me every time I cry. My hair gets somehow busted up when I cry, like actually cry.
Even beyond that, she just looks like she has been outside for an hour, and there was wind, and that's just how hair looks then.
Yeah,
and then you
also
have
that,
and then you have silk press Dove. Like, what is
Look
this?
at his hair.
Look at this curl. The contrast makes it so harrowing. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's so horrible.
And this is yeah. This is yeah.
Oh my god, that. And the thing is, I've barely seen any acting of Dove Cameron, but I feel like in A Descendants, she showed more emotion. Oh my god. What is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, in Descendants, she also was supposed to look pretty all the time, basically, because it's like a kids movie series thing, and she's supposedly like a princess queen thingy at some point, so it's look pretty and shit, but
I miss the times. Okay, no, I don't miss the times, because that is seemingly a very American problem. Because American actors look first priority good, second they maybe can act. And then you have British actors who can act and then look good. And it fucking shows. It shows. I had this one. This will be now an incredible. Let me get that sentence through, because I will not be able to focus if you go through those layers. I know what's coming. I had a TikTok of a guy recently on my For You page who was like, why are all these British actors taking all those roles? Yada yada. Yeah. And I'm like, maybe because they can act and they're theater trained and they actually know what they're doing. Have you ever thought about that? I missed the little guy, not gonna lie. I miss seeing that. Oh my god. Oh, last thing, because I forgot that with analog horror. Have you seen the Backrooms movie?
No.
Do you want to watch it?
Yes.
Because first off, I am so happy that a 21-year-old who started on YouTube gets to actually direct the shit he also actually formed. Backrooms was not his idea. He just made the biggest thing out of it. And even if it's not that good of a horror movie because it's made by a 21-year-old, which, by the way, this is a very, I think one critique I heard was like, yeah, it looks like someone's first movie. Yeah, that is fair.
No shit. No shit.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, that is just a fair assessment of being like, okay, it is someone's debut work and we have to account for that. So I'm happy that we now are with Obsession and the Backrooms and even Iron Lung to a degree, and maybe hopefully get out of a bit of a slum movie-wise. I hope so. I just fucking hope so. I don't think it. Please, please, please let movie production companies and studios understand. What is that? What is that? What is that angle? Yep. That looks like a cardboard standy thing. Photographed from a very distinct angle. Yeah, like Hugh Laurie had to learn how to speak an American accent when acting in House. Yeah, almost as if that's his job. By the way, I love the lighting in this one. The green lighting in contrast to his skin. Banger.
Yeah. Such a banger, it's true. Alan Wide.
The more I see of this, the more the experience to actually go into Alan Wake stuff will be very interesting. Because I'm like, wait, what? That's not like I remember the weird pictures from. What do you mean it's not the same as the memes? Do you have one last meme for the end? Do you have some Another banger.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what you have on your
let
drive.
me browse my
in your little
files.
I don't know what horrors
I
await
have-
in your download folder.
I have this picture of some lake.
Perfect.
I have I have this picture of Sam Lake eating me.
Damn. Brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Someone in my community made this. I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
It just makes sense. Yeah. It just
Oh
makes
yeah, then I made something beautiful yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, where did I put it? Do I have to go grab it from Discord?
I also realized when I
I'll
want to uncross my arms, body just vanishes.
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, then I have Where's Waldo, but it's Where's Sam Lake.
Why is that so perfect? just make his clothes red, and it's literally perfect. It's the same picture. Oh my god. I love when creatives are just silly. Thank you. Perfect.
You're so very welcome.
Okay, I got questions. Chat, if you don't wanna ask anything, it's 3 hours. I did not think it will be 3 hours.
Oh, it's been 3 hours?
It's been almost.
I'm so sorry.
Why sorry? Why? we
I'm
talked
sorry.
about that before, and it was like, yeah, usually like 1.5, 2, maybe 3 up. Yeah.
You're
Beautiful. I hate how pretty his eyes are, even in that.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Some people just look good in every angle. This is so rude. This is so rude.
It's true.
But that was so much fun. I learned so much stuff. I wrote so much things down I have to now get into at some point. Hey, Alan Wake streams coming soon on this channel, probably.
Alan Wake.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for yapping with me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to my mindless yapping.
Of course. That's my favorite hobby. It's my favorite hobby to listen to people's yapping. That's what we're here for. This is why this show exists. By the way, people, this is episode 20 already. I don't know how we got here, but I love every damn minute of it.
My goodness.
That being said, I forgot to warn you about this. Do you have anyone we should rate into that I might not know, that might not be new to people, that people should know?
Oh, I don't know. My Twitch ain't open. Oh no, I don't know who's live.
If you have someone who, I mean, one of your mods is live, so.
Oh, true. We could go. Of course, you want to go there. That's true.
Do I want to send people into League of Legends now? I mean, it fits the horror theme, but.
I mean, I think the community of League is horror enough.
Yeah, I think it fits the. It's the theme. Yeah, we're raiding over to Gonmas. Playing League of Legends with people. Sure. Why the hell not? You all better follow Lumu. If not,
Wait.
What the hell? Yes. Wait.
No, nothing. I'm just bullshit. Bullshit.
I will still tell people to follow you because this is how this works. They legally have to. Rally, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Much appreciated. That startled me. That little alert noise startled me. Thank you. Getting out here with the jump scare is absolutely fucking perfect.
Hell yeah.
Do you have anything other you wanna advertise? You wanna plug where you streaming next time?
No, I don't know. This is your stream. I don't want to do that.
I'm asking you. It's part of the job.
I don't know. I shit and giggle. That's about it. I don't know what I do.
Okay, follow Lumu. Follow Lumu. Do it. If I don't see you there next stream, I'm coming to your house. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us for 3 hours. Thank you also to Bonnie, to Fred Fazbear, and to Sid for being here. Also, Lumu, thank you for decorating.
Oh yeah, you're so welcome. Interior design is my passion, as you can see. It's
yes,
it's great.
beautiful.
It's good.
I might keep the hat. Who knows? Who knows if you will see that one?
Yes.
Okay, guys, you got your raid messages. We're going from one horror to the other horror that's called League of Legends. Please be nice to people, and I'm out. We're out. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Yeehaw, partner.